So I'm going to be using Yarn Bee Alpaca Twist in the color Ecru and a 6mm hook for this tutorial. First, we're going to start with a magic ring, magic circle. You want to make sure you have your tail in front of you. You're going to loop around 2, 3 fingers, whatever's comfortable, and then cross to the back. You're going to take your hook under that first loop, pull up the other one, and then I'm doing a single crochet to lock that in. Now we're going to chain 5. We're going to then do a double crochet into the ring, so yarn over, pull up a loop, pull up through 2 loops, pull through 2 loops, and then chain 2. We're going to do this 4 more times. So yarn over, insert through the loop, pull up a loop, pull through 2, pull through 2, and then do the chain 2. And another double crochet into the same loop. Chain 2, double crochet, chain 2, double crochet. Now we're going to pull that tail tight so we can close the ring. We're going to do another chain 2 because the pattern is double crochet, chain 2, double crochet. Here's our chain 2, and we're going to slip stitch into that 3rd chain. That first 5 chain, the first 3 counts as a double crochet. You can see our snowflake kind of starting here. Now we're going to chain 3, and this counts as a double crochet. We're going to put 3 double crochet into that chain 2 space for a total of 4 double crochets, since that chain 2 does, again, count as a stitch for this pattern. Chain 2, move on to the next space, and then we're going to do 4 double crochets into this chain space. Chain 2, and then repeat. So 4 double crochet into this chain space, and then you'll end with chaining 2, chain 2, and complete to the last chain space. You should have a total of 6. Now we're going to do our last chain 2 and slip stitch into the top of the 3rd chain, or the chain 3. Now we're going to slip stitch across to the next chain space. And you're going to slip stitch into the top of each double crochet. and then into the chain space. Now we're going to chain 3. Slip stitch back into the chain space. Chain 5. Slip stitch back into that chain space. Chain 7. Slip stitch back into the same chain space. And now we're going to go back down, so we're going to chain 5. Slip stitch into the chain space. Chain 3. And then slip stitch back into that chain space. And this gives us our start of our design for that snowflake pattern. We're going to repeat the same thing, so slip stitch into the top of each double crochet across, and then into the chain space, and we'll repeat that. So chain 3, slip stitch into the chain space, chain 5, slip stitch into the chain space, chain 7, slip stitch into the chain space, then chain 5, slip stitch into the chain space, and then you'll chain 3, and then slip stitch into that same chain space. And you're going to repeat that all the way across. So 3, 5, 7, then 5, 3. So the 7 is your top point. And you're just going to do that all the way around. This works up pretty quickly. The more you do it, the faster and easier it gets. So definitely take your time with the first one, or first couple if you're making several. And then, at the very end here, we're simply slip stitching after that chain 3. And then we're going to fasten off. I like to chain one more. Make sure it's really secure. And now I'm just going to straighten this all out because it is going to want to curl in a little bit because of those chains, and likely because of the yarn that I'm using. It's just a larger yarn, a bulkier yarn. The smaller sizes might not curl up like that, but possibly. Either way, you'll just want to stretch them out. You can certainly block these. I personally didn't for this because the yarn was sturdy enough. But you can block them, turn them into decorations, a garland, present, tags. But there we have it. Crochet Snowflake.